Oh.
Hey fam, I got my daughter with me. I got look. This is my daughter Aquasia, Slayyourhealth. We're just coming on. I'm doing a collaboration with my baby, so I definitely want you guys to support her channel, Slayyourhealth. She is how you saying coming back out again, right? You already
Yeah.
have. She's already social media. She's already on YouTube. No, she's already on TikTok.
Mhm.
Tell them where you are.
I'm on Instagram mostly. That is where a lot of my content is. A lot of my following is on Instagram. TikTok, I just started TikTok. I do have a little bit of a following on there. And YouTube, yeah, I'm literally just starting. I have a few videos, but nothing serious. It was just me playing around years back. But previously, I think last week I posted my first real video that I actually took time to edit and pour into. So please watch the video, like it. If you like what you see, subscribe. If not, I appreciate the views. So yeah, I am on Slay Your Health on everything. So Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Slay Your Health, all across the board.
Now, if you know my daughter, if you ever went on her page, because you know I'm always talking about her, because I always wearing her shirts that was saying, embrace your dopeness.
Embrace your inner dopeness. Yep, that is my shirts. Everybody has been asking about my shirts for the past 5 years. Um, I am a perfectionist. I don't want to put out crappy product, and I'm not going to put out anything that I wouldn't wear. So I previously had shirts made and they were not up to par. I didn't want to wear them. I didn't like the material and I was not going to sell them. So I'm working on bringing the shirts back. It's my favorite shirt. I wear them all the time. I wear them to work. I wear them out and about. People ask about them. I will bring them back. So yeah, it's
And,
coming. It's coming. Just give me a few weeks. Give me a few weeks.
and y'all already know I love the sweatshirt. I love the sweatshirt. And Slay Your Health, I just love because exactly what it's saying, Slay Your Health. Because a lot of us, it's like when we're talking about forgive your parents because of what we do and what we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Far as not what we don't know, but what we don't really know, because we ain't really learn in school. Our family get different information and we take the information, and sometimes it's like you feel like you lied to. But anyway,
Well, not really. I
anyway.
think it's more of if that's all you know and that's all you see, that's all you're going to do. So that's why it's important to really get out there and get around new people, put yourself in new environments, reading, getting online, and really learning and not just getting online for entertainment. You can curate your timeline on all social media platforms, even on YouTube. So going in there and using YouTube University and learning things and challenge your beliefs. That's something I do all the time. Just because I eat a certain type of way, I work out a certain type of way, or I think a certain type of way, I'm never going to just dismiss something that goes against what I believe. So it's really about just learning. And I pride myself on being a student of life. And I hope that other people would want to do the same thing just so you can continue growing and learning and become a better person, not only for you, but for the people around you. And you learning things is going to teach everybody else, your children, even your parents, you know what I mean? Like I learned some stuff and I just shared it, and look at my mom today. I shared my weight loss and like things that I was doing, and this woman became a full-blown herbalist. Like what?
Yeah.
So and helping people, and has thousands of followers on YouTube, and has a store that I'm able to come and help with. So it's wild. So don't stay in your bubble. Continue
Hmm.
to grow and challenge your beliefs, challenge yourself, challenge the people around you with love, of course. So yeah.
Yeah. And when we talk about the easy ways, because you hearing what she's saying, y'all see, look, y'all see the way she flow, right? Y'all see the way she flow. But y'all know, y'all just bear with me, because we just want to show y'all easy ways, and you're already hearing what she's saying. What I did is what she showed me was, remember, I was stuck in the doctor no, the doctor no. So I was stuck there. And then when she showed me how what it really was, she showed me the alternatives. And the alternatives was getting your butt out there, change the way you're eating, change. And I was like, yo, this work. It was more of, you said 180. So I turned around. I'm like, there's an alternative, meaning I don't have to get surgery, meaning I don't have to do this. So she showed me easy ways. And it was walking.
I'm going to say, when we say easy,
Right.
it's easy to a certain extent, because yes, walking is easy. That's something we can do with our eyes closed. However, to get up out your warm bed to go do extra work by walking, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to walk, but to get up and do it when you really don't have to, nobody's forcing you to do it. That's the hard part. So yes, there are easy things that you can start implementing, but the hard part is getting started. The hard part is when it's raining outside and you said you was going to go to the gym, but it's raining cats and dogs. You know what I mean?
But you still should go.
But you still should go. Or if you don't go, what is the alternative? What is the healthier alternative? What is the wise alternative? The alternative is, oh, I got some gym equipment in the house, in the garage. I'm going to bring that out and I'm put that in the living room and I'm going to get it done. So yes, when we say easy, don't think it's just like, we struggle time to time too.
But say the easy what you did when you were saying, if you can't go outside and if it's a small area and
it's just moving. So
when you said you was in the front of the TV,
it's just moving. Turn some Netflix on, march in place, and do that for 30 minutes. And if you want to, if marching starts to get boring, add some punches in there.
Oh yeah,
add some stop marching and add some calf raises in there. Just move. You know what I mean? And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not going to burn a whole bunch of calories like lifting weights or like being on a Stairmaster or whatever. However, you're burning more calories than you would have if you stayed on the couch and watched TV anyway. Two things killing what? What is it? Killing I forgot the saying.
Killing. I didn't know the saying.
Like two birds, one stone.
Or okay,
one bird.
Wait. It's killing two birds with one stone. That's what it is. Yeah. And then if you think about it, you are, because y'all know I keep trying to get y'all to poop. She's the weight loss guru. To me, she'll tell you, because she experienced it and she's done it over, and she helps so many people. She ain't gonna tell you how many people she helped. She not, because when I talk about perfectionist, she said it earlier. And I was like, it don't have to be perfect. Just get out there and do it, because we need to see you mess up, fix, and we need to see, because you already seen what I do. But just going out there, like she said, stand in front of the TV. Because remember, you're moving your glymphatic system. You're just moving. You're moving your arms.
Let me tell y'all something. So right now on TikTok, sorry. I'm learning, guys, learning YouTube. I keep looking at myself in the computer and not the camera. So right now on TikTok, a lot of people are using these little steppers that has the resistance bands attached to it, like it's the new and greatest thing. Let me tell you something. I had that same stepper 11 years ago.
Yes.
11 years ago, I bought that same stepper, and I was using that on Sundays when I was watching football, or I knew I didn't want to go outside, or
it was a Reebok stepper.
No, it's a Sunny stepper. It's from Amazon. It's the knockoff one. It's cheaper. That thing is good. I was using that 11 years ago when I knew I'm not going to go outside, or the times where I had excuses. Pull that stepper out. I'm going to find some videos and I'm going to prove it to y'all. Pull that stepper out, put it in front of the TV, and just go. Even if you didn't want to use the resistant bands attached to it, just moving. Just moving. You go as slow as you want. It's harder when you go slow, because you're going to sink all the way down. You got to use all your muscles to get back up. You go fast as you want. Use the bands, curls, shoulders, all of that. There are so many different ways that you can move your body. And you don't even have to buy the stepper, just marching. Recreate the stepper by just marching. You know what I mean? So just It's so many ways. So
And
many
these are the
ways.
things that she's definitely going to share on her channel. She's going to show you stepping different steps. She's going to show you
She
the
giving me
proper
content.
way to stretch. Because I know we've been bending our back. We want to lock our legs. So
Mm-hmm.
she knows exactly how to stretch. She'll show you the body composition. That's what you're going to find on her channel. And this is why, we're doing this collaboration. Then, I get to brag because, I know how long I've been trying to get my daughter to just do a video with me. So, oh my goodness, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, y'all.
My
Look,
mom just told me what I'm about to do on my channel because I ain't figured it out yet. So that's what's going to be on my channel, guys.
but doesn't it make sense? Tell me, put it in the chat, or y'all can put down in the box. Doesn't it make sense if she knows about stretching? Look, she does 25 miles. I know I didn't really say what she does. She do 25 miles just to be running.
Not in one go.
Yeah, you did.
No, it was 10. I could do 25 miles in a week, but not in one day.
Did you just say 10? Mind you, where we live in Maryland, there's this going around the river, 4 miles.
Oh.
She just runs it. She go, I just did 4 miles, and then she got a plate on where the military will wear this vest. You hear a weighted vest, and me, it's a full battle rattle. I be like, I ain't trying to wear that. She wears it to run. She does the triathlons. She does.
It's not triathlons. It's Spartan races. It's different.
Spartan.
It's a difference. But yes, I do races.
You hear this, right? For fun. When I was saying on the last video about how I eat my popcorn, that's it. But she do it for fun.
Remember, we switched roles.
We did,
because you were military PT every day working out. You couldn't pay me. Let me tell y'all something. I keep looking. Let me tell y'all something.
Admit it.
When I was at high school, my grades came back, and I was failing gym. My mom was like, "How are you about to get held back for failing gym?" Gym. I was about to get held back in high school for failing gym. I didn't bring my clothes on purpose every single day because I did not want to dress out. However, it runs deeper than that. It wasn't because, I didn't want to. My weight has fluctuated, and I've been overweight like most of my life, and especially like in school. I was not trying to get dressed in front of people.
You hear this, right?
I was not trying.
This is true.
Kids are mean.
Yeah.
Kids, and y'all, people don't want to say it, but kids are mean. They are rude, and they don't care, but they don't know because we are kids. But I was not trying to get dressed out in front of people.
But
I was not trying to run and embarrass
dozens. We got to play the dozens
myself. So yes, so to go from about to fail gym to I signed up for races for fun is kind of crazy to like even think about. But
yes,
that just goes to show that you can change. And I didn't change my lifestyle until I was in my 20s. And I had to hit rock bottom. And I really want people to make the change before you're forced to. I was forced to. Getting injections in my back, high blood pressure medication, high cholesterol medication. Passing out was normal for me. To get dizzy and to pass out on a regular basis. I remember being at home, you was at work, and I'm like, I just had another spell. Like I was getting water and pass out in the middle of the floor, and I wake up and I'm like, why are you on the floor? Oh yeah, you passed out.
And we didn't realize what that really was.
My high blood pressure.
And that was the high blood pressure.
It's crazy.
Believe me.
And a lot of people, you can be a normal, healthy weight and have high blood pressure. So you need to pay attention to what you're putting in your body. Yes, working out is great, but it can only do but so much. That nutrition is going to help you. It's going to help you with the gut, because a lot of people, they working out and they're like, why my gut not going out? Well, what are you eating?
Yeah.
Why is my pressure up? How much salt are you taking in? How much water are you drinking? You know what I mean? And also with high blood pressure, working out and lifting weights and high intensity workouts is the last thing you want to do, which is why I started walking, just because it's putting stress on your system when you're working out and doing that intensity. And that's the last thing you want. So it's better to start with your nutrition and start walking versus trying to go to the gym 5 times a week, doing burpees, lifting weights, and going ham when you need to go slow.
You heard what she said, burpees? She do burpees for a hobby. She just go want to do a 50 burpees. I'd be like,
I do burpees because I do Spartan races. And in Spartan races, if you fail an obstacle, you have to do burpees. So if you
burpees.
want to prepare, it's best to throw some burpees in there because you might fail and you might have to do some burpees.
If y'all know what a burpee is, it's no joke. If you do 10 burpees right now, you will not be able to walk tomorrow.
You be out of breath. You be
You
overwhelmed.
would not be able to walk
I would do one
tomorrow.
for y'all, but I got jeans on.
Right, but she'll show y'all in the video. She'll show you in the video. She'll show you a proper
That's
burpee.
video number 2.
I'm
Keep
look,
keep them coming, keep them
but
coming.
the thing is, think about this. Wouldn't y'all want to know, like, like what the title says, easy things that you can do daily, monthly, or yearly. Just however, you're just adding this to your routine and everything. Like when I first joined the military, I did not do a push up. I did not know how to do a push up. My daughter was doing Spartan races. Do you know she got to climb a rope? Tell her what she had videos, and I hope she put them back up. How she could not get up the rope. Now, beast, just go up there, just go ring the bell, ding, and I'd be like, "Is that my baby?" Failing gym, my baby, different. So it's like, whoa, you were like, dang, and like I said, she showed me, and I was like, everybody got to know because I was shy, which I can't say I was shy. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I felt like I was an introvert, a nerd, didn't want to be, socially awkward. But I realized I'm like, they gonna know this information. Mm-hmm. She showed me, Mouth of Babe showed me this thing, and I was like, yo, you know how many people my age don't believe anything I'm saying right now, or would not?
It's hard to change your mind when you're older, though.
I know. That's why I was like, 55 years and older, y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know that this works, and you just gotta do the work. But
it's being an advocate for yourself, and I think that's the big thing. The doctor, like you said earlier, we believe the doctor knows. The doctor knows. The doctor does know. They went to school. They went to they went to school, and they have more school, and they are able to lead us and guide us. But they can only take us but so far. They can only spend but so much time with us. You notice when you go in there, you got to see the nurse. They doing the weight and the blood pressure and all that. They're taking the notes because the doctor only got 9 minutes for you. So they come in to read whatever. You came in for X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna check. You know what I mean? They can only spend but so much time with you. So of course you're gonna have to do your part. That's just a part of it. And that's life. That's in everything. You gotta do your part. You gotta show up and you gotta do your part if you want it to be at least halfway successful with anything. So it's your body. It's your body.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of your body. Nobody else is gonna take care of your body, not even your spouse, because they gotta take care of their own body. They gotta pour into them, so why not pour into you? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's very important.
It's so true. Hey Anita, hey sis, how you doing? I just seen you jump in.
Hey auntie.
You see your niece? Man, she blowing my mind. But even Anita know, right? Failing gym. Now, man, I can't even get it.
You seen the ups and downs. You seen the ups and downs.
But I'm so proud of her. And we're doing, like I said, we're doing this collaboration because there's a lot of things that, I haven't experienced. She's already experienced, and she can show you step by step. When I say step by step, everything like the anatomy of the body, the proper stretch, because she lift weights. Man, how much you deadlift? You was in there, look. I bet she can do.
Here's the thing: going to the gym is not about how much you can lift. Going to the gym is not how much muscle. Stop. Be healthy. Focus on yourself and stop worrying about everybody else. I don't care about the next person, what they lift. And who cares what I lift? That's the thing. Who cares what I lift? Who cares what size pants? Who cares how much I weigh? How much can you lift? How much can do you weigh? How much, like, what are you comfortable with? You're going to the gym, you're eating to get better. Yes. And to feel better. So if you good at being a size 10 or 14 or whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you're healthy at, is where you're going to go. So my deadlift don't mean nothing. And I'm not going in there to say, oh, I lift this much. I'm going in there to say, oh, I can lift this properly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving better. I have more energy. My form is better. I feel great. My back is not going out anymore. Who cares how
It's
much I can
true.
lift? Of course, you want the numbers to go up, and that's another thing you can concentrate on instead of just focusing on the scale. That's what I tell a lot of people. A lot of my clients, stop focusing on the scale. What about the non-scale victories? So the
Mm-hmm.
non-scale victories of my face is a little bit slimmer. Okay. You know, my push up is better. I can do a push up. I can do a pull up. Oh, my dead hang is longer, or you know, my
Yes.
pants are fitting better, or I can go up the stairs and I can carry my groceries, or you know, I'm not getting tired at work anymore. I don't need to take a nap in the car. Focusing on those things. So who cares about how much I lift and what everybody else is doing? And who cares about what the other people are doing? If you are trying to go into the gym and you don't know where to get started, just showing up is a big thing. Go in
Yes.
there and start where you're comfortable, even if that's cardio. You only know how to use the
Mm-hmm.
elliptical, get up and go use it then. Because once you're in the door and once you start going consistently, you'll start looking around and you're like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I seen them. I can do that. And you'll go do that. Then you'll find yourself doing the next thing, you know, and then you'll find yourself looking up and trying to figure out your form. And that is exactly how I got started. I didn't know what I was doing. And I took the personal training course and got my certification because I wanted to learn more about me until
Self-taught.
people started hitting me up and can you, and that's how I ended up being a personal trainer, because being personal trainer was never my thing. And honestly, like getting back into the field, I really don't want to be a personal trainer, but I do want to inspire people and give them all the information. I want to literally just dump and let you go, because I'm not trying to sit there and just take your money every month and every day. You know what I mean? I want to dump, I want to teach you and let you include all that information into your life and get you started and go. And if you decide to come back and pay me more, cool, but I'm not in it for the money. I remember being at the point where I did not want to be here anymore, and changing my life, getting healthier, has me
Yes.
sitting here today. And anytime I find myself going up and down, I'm able to dig deep into my foundation and into my routines and my habits and kind of bring myself back and level myself.
Mm-hmm.
So having a firm foundation and routines and healthier habits, even when life comes and knocks you out flat, it's easier to find your footing because you have that foundation and you know, last time I was able to do this and I feel better when I do this, and you know, you just know what to do and how to get started. And once you have that foundation, you're able to build upon that. The next thing I do want to say is life ain't going to stop lifing.
Mm-mm.
Life is going to continue to stop. I went from being a personal trainer and in the best shape of my life and having the worst 5 years of my life, ended up getting gaining weight, being like, I found my back started bothering me again, my blood pressure started going back up, my weight was going back up. I was not from being in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
Woo,
Stand on,
I was
stand
good. Best shape of my life.
on the car.
To
Remember?
the point on top, yes. We was pushing cars. I was working out almost 7 days a week, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day,
Yeah.
which was a bit much, but I was working out with clients. But I found myself where I was like, I used to help people and now I can't help myself.
Mm-hmm.
Life happens to all of us. However, I was just like, I know what to do. Was it
Mm-hmm.
hard? Yes, getting started is hard no matter who you are. I don't care who you are, celebrities, trainers, like, it's always hard to get started, but you know to tap back in, but you have to focus on the foundation. So that's why when you get started, I don't want you going to the gym 5 days a week.
No.
I don't want you to change your entire diet, because I didn't do that. Instead of going and saying, you know, I really want pizza, and you usually can eat the whole pie,
Oof.
or you usually can eat 4 slices, have to have a salad. That
Yes.
way you had your pizza, that's what you really wanted, but you also did some good. One step in the right direction, and then
Mm-hmm.
it grows from there. The small things, they snowball, because there's so many times where I was just like, yo, how did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
How did I go from laying on the couch, oh, I don't have no energy, and I was only 22, 23, to I haven't sat down all day and it's 10 o'clock and I still got energy? Like, what? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Foundations is key. Little changes will snowball because you have to master it. And a lot of people say they don't have discipline. Oh, I'm not disciplined. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You can smoke every day. You can drink every day. You eat pizza every day. You going to
That's
work
true.
every day and showing up on time every day. It's just making a switch. So the
Mm-hmm.
discipline is not that's not the thing. It's we're disciplined in the wrong areas, or we need to make some switches. So yeah.
The fun stuff. Like if you do smoke and you do,
Sometimes it's not even fun. A lot of people smoke and
oh,
they
of
can't
addiction.
they can't stand it, but they don't know how to stop.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And instead of going cold turkey with that,
Oof,
you
don't do
don't
that.
have to go cold turkey.
Mm-mm.
It's just slowly, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit better every day. Oh, you normally take
Doing a little change.
yeah, you normally take 10 breaks. All right, take 10, but only smoke half the cigarette instead of the whole cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Small changes, whatever you can sustain. And I don't care what nobody else says. If somebody tell you go cold turkey, if somebody tell you
Yeah.
do what you can do,
Right.
it's your race.
And that's the change. That's
Yep.
the easy part, to do what you can do.
Mhm.
But definitely have a plan, because sometimes I don't be having a plan. I just be gone.
Yeah. You have to know you. I know
Yes.
I need a plan. If you can function without a plan,
Mm-hmm.
so be it. Try it out. If it doesn't work, switch it. Be real with yourself. If it's not working, stop.
Right.
Reevaluate. Change
Because
it up.
that's key right there. Being real with yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be phony or fake. Just be. If you can't do it right then, but you can do it the next day. And not saying put things off, but if you just get up taking that one step, you took that one step. So that's the good
I'm
thing
sorry.
right
I want to
there.
look at the chat.
Oh yeah, we're gonna just look at
Hey,
see.
Auntie. Thank you. She said she's proud of me. Thanks.
We love you too. Hey
Mhm.
Linda, how you doing, Queen?
Hi, Linda.
So we want, look, for everybody, definitely, hit the thumbs up so we can make sure that a lot of people see us, because y'all know this algorithm. Well, I really don't know the algorithm, but I know the more people come in here and hit the like button, our videos do get to go out, further. Or they say, oh, must be some good content. So
Mhm.
that's always great. But look, life is life, no matter what. Like my daughter was saying, life is life. But just because you move life and you got this great job, without us taking that little bit of time for yourself, that little bit of time, that's what we're talking about. What you do daily, what you do monthly, yearly, you gotta add something in your daily
For
life
yourself.
for yourself.
Yeah.
Not even,
Burnout is real.
yeah,
I've
girl.
experienced it, and I didn't know what I was going through. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
what it was, but burnout is real. I went from not taking vacations. I
Oof.
was not taking any time off, and I was losing all my hours. I wasn't even thinking about it because I tied my worth into my work. So it's just like if I'm not doing something, I felt like kind of bad to say worthless. Like maybe
She felt like she didn't deserve it, right?
people
Did you feel like that?
yeah, like people didn't if they didn't see me moving or doing anything, they thought I was being lazy, and that's just how I felt. But I found myself literally hit a wall, and then I ended up needing to take a week off to just honestly go away from everyone and sit and cry and let it out and like do nothing. Like I did nothing because I had no energy. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but burnout is real. You have to have a balance. You have to have a
Mm-hmm.
balance. It's
And
super
that's
important.
what we're gonna be talking about next, is like finding your balance. That's
Even
what
with
we're gonna.
working out, even with eating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you so strict that
Yeah.
you can have a cookie. I had cookies. Let me tell y'all, I probably ate most of this box. But
See.
it doesn't happen all the time because it's what you do consistently. I don't consistently eat cookies. This is the first time I bought myself cookies in a long time. So it's what you do consistently.
So that's that treat day. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with a treat day. Just like I be telling you, I don't think I only eat just a salad. I know I
Mm-hmm.
treat myself.
But it's
It's
like
like an
how
80
long?
20.
How
Oh,
long does the cheat day last?
no.
Because you know what I mean. Because sometimes it's hard to have that cookie or have those things and then cut it off. That's why in the beginning, don't go all in. Still have those things just so you can build up your tolerance and build up that
Mm-hmm.
strength, basically.
Because y'all know sugar's addicted. Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! I'm gonna tell you, because you can eat
It's a
sugar, sugar,
drug.
sugar, sugar all day long, and then you're gonna hit that crash.
Mhm.
And you'll be like, man, well, what am I doing wrong? Because you're eating the wrong sugar. You're just eating the wrong sugar. Like if I eat all them cookies,
You're
y'all
still gonna
know.
need more food because you're not gonna be hungry. Your body does not count calories.
No.
Your body was like, what was that? Oh, that was cute. That was real cute. But I'm looking for fiber. I'm looking for
Yes.
macros. I'm looking for the macronutrients. That cookie is nothing. So you're gonna end up eating 1,000 calories of cookies because it was only this much, and still end up hungry later because your body was just like, that's not what I need. That's not what I want.
And then when you drink water, you just soaking up all the nasty sugar, and your body gonna be like, wait a minute, you
Oh,
need more.
that's the thing too. Drink your water. Half the time, you hear it all the time. A lot of people are just like, you probably thirsty. You probably not hungry. You thirsty. It's true because this past, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't said this out loud. Ugh. I'm probably been dehydrated the past couple of weeks just because I've been trying to find a balance since
Mhm.
this. I'm going through a shift right now, just trying to change a lot of things, and I was not on track. So there was times where I was like, I found myself like hungry all the time, and I had my bottle of water in front of me. I'm like, I don't want no damn
And
water right
wasn't
now.
really
I
drinking it.
don't want no water right now. I want to go eat some food. I stopped myself and was just like, drink the water before you go eat something. Drank the water. I'm like, yo, I am full.
Yep. People
Was
don't
not
see.
hungry.
That's key. That's key.
Was not hungry.
This is key information. This is experiencing. She
Mhm.
experienced it.
Sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do, especially if you know it's right for you.
Mhm.
We quick to tell kids, eat your vegetables, drink your water. Because I said, who is parenting you? You need to parent yourself. Drink your water before you go make that plate. Parent
Yes.
yourself.
Because look, I know y'all think I'm crazy when I was like, you're not supposed to drink and eat at the same time. You're not. If you put like a couple of grains of salt on your tongue and take 12 ounces of water and drink it, and then 30 minutes, as you cooking and getting your food ready, prepping and sitting down at the dinner table, remember, you don't have 12 ounces. So 30 minutes as you getting everything ready. So probably about 45 minutes, you can sit down and eat. Remember, you're already hydrated. So you're not going to eat that big plate. Because if y'all don't realize that, it's like a delay, like make a 20-minute delay. It ain't 20 seconds, about 20 minutes for your brain to catch up with this brain, which is your gut, that I'm full. So if you do the water and about 45 minutes in, you sit down and eat your food, which is your heaviest meal should be between noon and 3, that heavy meal. And then by time like probably about 30 or 40 minutes after you eat, drink another 12 ounces. You're going to be like, man.
And don't forget the salt because that's going to help you actually absorb the water.
Yes.
A lot of people, they find themselves bloated and not retaining the water and all of that. Put the salt.
Because you get the water weight. And the water weight means your cell. You're trying to get water. So the cell, the water's just floating around it. It ain't
in the cell.
penetrating. Yeah. The salt with the water penetrates. That's why y'all wonder when you pass out and you're in an ambulance, you wake up, they got the IV, and you're like, whoo, I'm feeling better. You're dehydrated.
You notice that's the first thing they do for everybody. For everybody.
That's right.
Take note. And like what we say, oh, the doctor know. Oh, so you picking and choosing what you want to get from the doctor. Take note. They're hydrating you before anything.
Hydrating.
So hydrate yourself. And we're going back again. we're going back again as far as advocating for yourself.
Yes.
How about you hydrate now before you end up in the hospital where they're going to hydrate you and send you a bill when you got everything you need in your kitchen. You got the salt, you got the water. Go ahead and do it now.
Yeah. So you're in the emergency room with the IV, and you're like, how did I get here? We already know how we got there. Just like she was talking about when she was passing out, or do you have a headache? Nobody really understands. When you're dehydrated, the water comes from your brain first.
Oh, those
and then you wonder why
headaches are no joke, man. No joke. I remember it would put me down for the count. And it's so crazy, like being that young and dealing with all the things that I was dealing with. But yeah.
And we're talking about the age of 12.
Yeah.
probably a little earlier because we
Mhm.
was like building up.
Because we didn't
And
know,
like,
yeah.
when you got your first child, oh, it's a lot of things you be like, wait a minute,
Mhm.
what? And I know I can say that it was a learning because we and I had to say this, you, like my daughter tells me, I was doing what I thought was best at that time from
Mhm.
what the information I knew, because a lot of things is like a hit and miss. Like, remember we was getting garlic and I was like, no fried food. So my other daughter was like, oh, I don't want to be on a diet, so I was changing. I was only baking. But
Mhm.
you don't know what your children eat when they at school, because y'all know the
Yeah.
school luncheon.
Oh, it's
Hmm.
bad.
School luncheon is
It's
no joke.
bad.
So you think you're doing right, so you still putting that glass of milk in front of that dinner table, and you're like, what the hell were you thinking? So you find out the different culprits, and then when you do get above 18, and then like she said at 22, she realized between 22 and 24, she realized, I need to walk, I need to do this. So it was like
What I
a,
realized was something has to change. So
okay.
it was, what are you doing now, and what changes can you make? I didn't really pinpoint it, but it was just like something has to change because I don't like where I am right now.
And then with that change, she showed me the change. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
really. Because, like, when I was saying, I would just sit and be a couch potato. And if y'all realize, if you be a couch potato, that's like smoking. That's like the new smoking. You a couch potato. And like she said, you had to do something. My daughter,
Mhm.
and then I was like, oh, let me get back here and listen. And I saw
Mhm.
the change in her. And I said, let me do this.
And it's finding balance with the good things too, because too much of a good thing can be a bad thing as well.
Correct.
So it's more of, you need days off. I got to take
You
days off
do.
from the gym. You know what I mean? I got to listen to my body, because there's times where it's just like, ooh, this week, instead of sticking to your schedule of 5 days, how about you do 3 days and then you can add yoga in there? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you have to pay attention to your body, because we're all different, and you have to figure out what works for you. You don't have to go ham. You don't have to go hard
No.
all the time. Like,
Nope.
this grind culture that we're in is, it's, excuse my language, that
It could
shit's,
be
it's
bullshit.
for the birds.
It's BS.
And
Y'all know. Y'all know.
I'm
Yeah.
only 34, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired,
Yeah.
so it's definitely time to really reevaluate your life and what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
looking
thought
at the
about
good
that.
things and the bad things. Oh, am I going too hard? And you know what I mean? Am I eating enough? Because you want to actually enjoy life, but you also don't want to
Yes.
enjoy too much to where you are about to dive in your grave a little bit quicker than you need to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you don't have to be perfect, but be
You
smart.
said that. You heard what she
All
said.
right, but I'm working on it.
I know.
I'm working on it. I'm
I
doing better.
know.
I'm
I
doing
know.
better.
Cause like y'all see my video, I'd be like, I'm gonna do a video. But it could have been a little bit better. My daughter's like, you got the outline, you got this,
But
and
then
then
if you try to be perfect like me, you never do any videos. So you go from like, you gotta find the balance in between us. You gotta find that balance. You know what I mean? So
so if y'all go on her Instagram, y'all see all this content, her TikTok, all this content. But then when it's time to do videos, so it's like the
it's different
backwards.
though, because social media is quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
YouTube, you want me, I am having a hard time looking at the camera. You want me to sit here and talk to the camera, and I can't see myself. And I don't know what I look like. Half the time I forget what I'm saying. I got to sit here longer than 8 minutes on YouTube, and not YouTube, on Instagram and all that. 30 seconds. I can make an 8-second video and
See?
capture people attention, get all the views, get some followers, all of that. 8 seconds. You want me to sit here for 8 minutes and talk? You know what?
And
That's
y'all know I
tough.
can go. I just be talking to myself for an hour, 2 hours, and we just be talking. Then I look down the chat, answer questions, because we are here. Like, I know we waiting. We supposed to be answer questions.
Y'all
Like
got
right now, if
questions?
y'all got a question in the chat, y'all can ask the question. But we just wanted to tell y'all some few things that was on our mind, on our hearts, and let us flow. But right now, we're gonna see if there's any questions. So if y'all got any questions, we're gonna go in there and look in the chat.
It don't look like nobody got questions.
She says, I'm definitely dealing with the burnout.
Oh, burnout, man.
Yes,
Burnout.
sis. We sending you positive vibes.
And I feel for you because you're my aunt, you're older than me, and I had a hard time bouncing back from burnout. And you definitely, as you get older, you have to take more care of yourself, and
Mhm.
it's harder to really, I don't know, it's hard to bounce back. So it's definitely important. You have to put
Yes.
that at the forefront because I don't know, the one thing that kind of stays with me is at the end of the day when I'm laying on my deathbed, like what was really important is the thing that I'm stressing about right now.
Oh, that's oof.
The
Yes.
first thing that pops into my head while I'm on my deathbed, or is it family, or is it myself, or
Mhm.
and a lot of people, I wish I traveled more, I wish I would have took more breaks, or did that thing, or got dressed up, or you know what I mean.
Yes.
And I know that sometimes we're not in a position to travel more and do all those things, but you can take some time to yourself. And even if you can't take time off of work, like me, I'm still working on it. I'm known for not taking lunch breaks. And even leading up to this
Yes.
trip, I was like, oh, I'm about to take a lunch break. I took a lunch break for 10 minutes and found myself back at my computer. I was just like, how did I get here? My boss was like, I don't know. You did say you was going to take a break, but I don't know what happened. Somebody came, asked me questions, boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm on my lunch break, but I can get back to you soon. You don't have to be rude about it. But
I love
it's
that.
it's the little things. So yeah, you can't do exactly what you want, but what can you do now? Oh, I'm gonna take my lunch breaks consistently, even if you have to set your clock and you don't take the whole hour, 30 minutes. That's better than before. 15 minutes. That's better than
Yes.
before. So and have grace for yourself as well, because maybe you said you was gonna take the hour and you only did 30 minutes. Okay, cool. It's better than yesterday. And tomorrow I'm gonna take 35 maybe. So
Mhm.
it's so important. Being in my 30s and hitting burnout, that's kind of crazy. And it's the age is getting younger and younger. You
It
see a
is.
lot of kids or young adults in their 20s, and they're stressed out. I witnessed somebody having to commit themselves because they were literally spinning and not sure what was going on with them. And self-care is definitely important. And self-care is not just bubble baths and stuff like that. Sometimes self-care
Ooh.
is real ugly and it's
It
hard work.
is.
It's journaling when you don't want to journal. It's getting up in the morning extra early because you
Yes.
know you're not going to work out at the end of the day, which is why I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I know at the end of the day I'm done.
But
Been there, done that.
isn't working out in the end of the day the worst? You shouldn't work out before go to
I
bed.
I wouldn't say that because it works for some people. So if it
Okay.
works for some
No,
people,
I
then
was
do
thinking
it.
that it wasn't healthy, so you can do it. That's what I'm saying. So it
Yeah, a
is
lot of
okay.
people work out before bed.
Okay.
It's gonna
Okay.
get you tired.
Okay,
Me,
but
on the
I
other hand,
apologize for that because I would tell people sometimes you don't want because it kind of well that's what it was. It will wake you up, but like my daughter, she's better
for
with this.
me,
So
it does give me energy. But then you have to look at, okay, what time are you going to bed and what time are you going to the gym, and have some time in between that. You'll have
mhm.
time to work out, eat dinner, stretch, have a routine. If you have a routine, your
See,
body will automatically know, oh, it's winding down time. It's that time for me to go to bed. So have a routine. But you have to know what works for you.
yes.
Working out at the end of the day does not work for me because I'm done. I'm tired. I've
Oof.
talked to everyone. I've been everything to everybody. And I just kind of want to veg.
Yes.
But I also found myself at the end of the day scrolling on TikTok, on social media, because I had too much time and I just want to kind of like disconnect. I had to learn to disconnect in another way. So I've been doing yin yoga at the end of the day. And
What's yin yoga?
yin yoga is more of, instead of fast pace and flowing through poses and all of that, you are holding poses longer. And it's
Okay.
not about getting a burn and a deep stretch. It is literally, it's like meditation basically in
Ooh, I
in
like
long
that.
asanas. And asana means is a pose basically. So you'll get in child pose and you might be there for 3 minutes.
Mm,
And it sounds easy.
mm.
It sounds easy to just like, oh, I'm laying here for 3 minutes, but your mind starts to go every which way. You start, oh, did I send that email? I should have did. Oh, do you remember when you said this or you didn't? You start thinking and you gotta bring yourself back.
Oh
You break
yes.
it. So like for 30, you can do it for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. You find yourself like going and coming back, going and coming back. But if you do it often, it becomes easier and easier to stay present on your mat. And when my mind starts to go all over the place, I'm like, you are on this mat. This time is for you. There's nothing you can do about that email or whatever. Bring it back. And have
Right.
grace with yourself as far as, my mind keeps going. I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Just have grace.
Okay. So we do got a question.
Oh. Oh,
So right here, if you want to answer that one.
how can someone get started in the journey of self care or getting healthier? Um, with that, it's more of writing down the things that you want to do or the things that you're struggling with and focusing on one thing at a time. So, self care, everyone looks at self care a little bit different, but it's just more
Mhm.
of okay, work is stressful for me and I have to find that balance. Where for me, I had no boundaries and I had to start setting boundaries. You know, when I get in the office at 9 o'clock, I need 5 to 10 minutes to put my stuff down. I'm not answering emails. I'm not jumping right on the computer. I'm not jumping, into phone calls. Or if you find that once you walk into the office and it's automatic. People come to you and you can't shut it down. Don't walk into the office until you are ready. So
Mhm.
getting to the job a little bit earlier sometimes is what I do and sit in my car and I'm listening to things that inspire me or things that make me happy and breathing and then preparing myself to go in. Having the boundaries of actually leaving work when you're supposed to leave work.
Mm.
Having the boundary of taking the breaks and actually taking the break and not doing anything on your break and just focusing on yourself.
So you
um,
should leave
for your
when you
break
take your break.
is
You
up to
should.
you. It
Okay.
depends on your work environment.
Okay.
Um, you can lock your door. You could put a if you have an office, you can put a sign up. If
Mm.
you have a cubicle and you don't have a break room, go to your car. If you can leave, leave. But it's just more of what works for you. Self care, stretching at night, having a routine in the morning, having a routine for yourself. I try to connect with myself in the morning before I connect with social media. So in the morning, I usually my alarm go off. I pick up my phone, I turn my alarm off, and then I'm on social media. Oh, somebody said this, or I need to respond this, and then I find myself scrolling. Nope, don't get on the phone. Go ahead, get up. First thing I do now, I turn my alarm off. My journal is either on my nightstand or on my bed. I pick my journal up and I start writing in my journal. After that, I go into the bathroom, get myself ready, stretch, get ready for the gym, and do that.
Mhm.
So, having a routine. If you're looking for weight loss and trying to get healthier, what is some like looking at your schedule and finding gaps and where
Mhm.
you can plug some movement in, and it
So like
doesn't
doing a
even
time audit.
yeah, and it doesn't have to be an hour long. It can be 20 minutes because that's
Mhm.
20 minutes longer than you did before. It could be 15 minutes. There was a time where I was working out after work and my schedule at work changed. So I started working out before work and then that didn't work because of something. So what I did, I had an hour break. I brought my clothes to work. I worked out for 15, 20 minutes, even if it was
Mm.
walking, went in the bathroom, washed myself up, freshened up. In the last 15 minutes, I would sit down and eat.
Mm.
So it's looking at where you can
I
plug
like that.
things in. Um, what else? Just walking, or if you working out is just not gonna happen, focus on your nutrition. And it's making small things like, oh, I don't eat breakfast or I don't eat lunch or I don't eat at all, I snack. Just focusing on one thing. So you have five problems that you have going on there. You're not eating enough, you're eating the wrong things, you're not drinking enough, and you're overeating and you're snacking a lot. So let's work on snacking. I need to snack. Okay, let's change what you snack.
Mm.
Or the issue is I'm not eating. Well, why aren't you not eating? Because I don't have enough time to go and cook. All right, then start meal prepping. Your Sundays are free. Start prepping
Oh.
stuff to make things easier. I'm eating the wrong things. Well, stop buying the wrong things. Um,
I like that.
it's just like looking at what list the problems and let's tackle them one by one and do what you can at first because the hardest thing is just getting started. So if just getting started is I'm gonna drink more water, and I find myself struggling with water, I got water on my nightstand. I'm just gonna start the day hydrating.
Mhm.
My journal, drink my water. That's one more glass of water that I had yesterday because I got up and I got it out the way. And when you start on a good foot, you tend to want to end on a good foot. So did that answer the question? Hopefully.
Yeah, she said. She said thanks, Denise.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And the little things that I was doing was it's best when you go to bed it's best to get your journal and write like the 5 things that you want to do, or however, do your to-do list. I don't even care if you got a to-do list, 100 to-do list or honey-do list or whatever you want to call it. Try to tackle like 5 at a time or 3. Even if you knock one out, that's one less you got to do the next day.
Yeah.
But at least try to tackle at least 3 to 5. Don't try to, if you got a heck, because you know some of us be working 12-hour days. Some of us work like salary. Some people work part time. So just measured in your days. And if you're taking care, different people that you're taking care of, make sure you can like exercise with them or go walk with them. You can incorporate them in there too. So it's just like a lot of different things that you can do. But like that journaling, it helped me out a lot. Seeing a schedule, even if you got a dry erase board, like what I copied from my daughter, I started writing on my mirror. Don't think that I did that. No, I was watching her and I was like, I like that. And I would
It
do my
helps.
chicken scratch on
Yeah.
my, because y'all know y'all can get up and brush your teeth anyway,
Definitely
right?
helps. I did a oh, I don't want to share that because I might do a video.
Then you do a video of that. See, write it down, write it
Yeah.
in the video. But I write stuff on the mirror and I'm like, okay, let me get that done. And just like it, I don't know if y'all seen so many different movies, how people put post-it notes. They'll put a post note in front of their door, like lock your door, turn your alarm. You could do the same thing.
It works, man.
Yeah,
It works wonders.
it
works
does.
wonders. And I'm gonna piggyback on the writing before bed.
Mhm.
So yes, you can write a to-do list if that's what you need to do, but dumping before bed, if you're the type of person that your mind is just like spinning and you have a hard time going to sleep and it's just so much on you, just dump. Even if it's not like full sentences or
Yeah.
it makes no sense, just brain dump. If it's just, the first word is anxiety, heartache, pain, just dump
Mhm.
and get it out so that you can actually go to sleep at night. That helps. And I'm going to say, so I don't know if a lot of you had issues with journaling. My therapist has said you need to journal, and people always tell you journal and journal and journal. Like it's a great thing. I always had a hard time journaling, like actually wanting to sit down and journal. You got to find a method that works for you.
Yes.
And then also, you have to evaluate where you are in your healing process, because journaling will make you aware of who you are. It will expose you to yourself. Like you have to, if you're not ready, yeah, you're not going to want to journal. If you really not ready for like a healing process, you're not going to want to journal. And I will say, I started writing the first time I started journaling. I had to write letters to other people because writing, it just didn't make sense for me to just write to nobody. Because I needed to write to somebody.
Right.
So
because some things you didn't want to face.
Not even, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. It felt silly. It felt so silly. Like, what am I writing for? Am I writing to myself? I'm right here. I could just talk to myself. But you really do need to have that outlet and express yourself. But it helped me to write to someone. And that first someone was God. And I wrote a letter to him. And then I kind of fell off. And then I started journaling because I got my heart broken. And I wasn't talking to that person. So I wrote letters. The first time I journaled, it was back and front, 5 pages. I still got them. And then it just got easier. And I felt like it's nice being able to have this outlet and to be able to express myself. And those letters turned into me just expressing myself. Now I have a whole journaling ritual. I'm working with a mentor, and I have a ritual that I have, and it's really therapeutic. But you got to figure out where you are on your journey, and you have to be open to the therapy. And therapy doesn't always have to be talk therapy. No, it can be writing, it can be meditating, it could be doing mirror work. I do mirror work all the time. I'm meditating like at least 3 times a day. Like I find myself like, oh, you just need to sit. And there was a time where I had to force myself to meditate. Now I'll have a hard time, and I'm like, you just need to meditate. Like that's the first thing I think of. You know what I mean? Like finding that peace within myself is, I don't know, it's priceless. It's absolutely priceless. And like thinking about it now, the old Quasia, like 10 years ago, would have been like, meditate. are you? Like, okay, like that's not going to help me in my problem. It actually is, because it's going to, right now the problem is here and it's in your face, you can't see nothing else. Take a step back, you see that the problem is actually not as big as you think it is, and taking a breath, instead of reacting, you're able to respond appropriately, or not respond at all, because what if it doesn't need to your reaction? What if you just need to continue going and find out a solution, or ask for help? That's another thing we all need to learn too. I'm learning to ask for help. I actually have a community of people that love me, that will take care of me, and I can lean on, and they won't think my questions are stupid. They won't judge me or anything like that. Find your group, find your community, find people that love you and will be there for you no matter what, because they are out there. Even if you have experiences with friends and family that continuously don't show up for you, or have shown you, disrespect or lack of love, just know that there are people out there, and don't cut yourself off because someone else did X, Y, and Z to you, because now you're giving them your power. You're giving your power away. And you want more, so why not go out and find it? Put yourself in different positions. What do you like to do? I'm looking for peace. I'm looking for love. There's point. Oh God, I'm talking a lot. So there was a time where I married military, and I was depressed being by myself, without my family, without my friends. I found myself, my passion, working out and doing all those things, and had to move again. Going back to Virginia, I was like, I'm not going back to what I used to do. I know I don't know anybody. I'm about to go online. I like to run. I'm going on running groups. I became members of 2 running groups. And after like the 3rd week, I was the leader of one of the running groups. And then,
I remember.
Yes. And then I was just like, women empowerment. I want to find more women. Went to a women empowerment group. I want to, putting yourself in different environments. I'm working out, and there's a race coming up. I literally moved from North Carolina.
Yeah.
I found a race, signed up for a race, was living with my in-laws for like a week or 2, still training at their house, running around their streets, didn't have using their steps, using whatever I could find.
You heard that, using whatever. So whatever you don't have to go to the gym.
I'm running. They had like 6 steps. I'm running up and down them 6 steps over and over, and doing squats on the steps, just whatever. Moved and had a race 4 days later, just because I was not going to put myself back in the position of being stuck in a house. I think it was 6 miles on the beach. That was hard too. Was that the beach one? Because I did a couple of races that year. I don't remember. But I did a race because I was not going to put myself back in the position. If you know your cycle, if you know your triggers, why give in to them? Why put yourself back in the same position?
Yep.
Yes, moving is stressful. However, being back in a position that had you depressed and stressed and not happy, just change it. The boxes can wait, and the boxes waited until I was done with my race, and then I unpacked.
See, because she saw that time what she did before, she wasn't going to have that repeated. So she found herself and like, no, I'm about to have fun.
Disrupt the cycle.
I love that.
You can.
And the fact that she found her tribe, she ain't just found anybody. She found the people that embrace wherever you are in your healing journey, wherever you are, and love you no matter what. Yeah. And then they tell her, that is not your lane. They didn't tell her crown was crooked or whatever. They just said, that's not your lane. Sit down.
They will lovingly put you in your place and love you through it. And I don't know. I've never seen and experienced the amount of love from people of color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just being able. So I went camping
but we got to talk about how we found these people, because we were supposed to go together.
On Instagram. We went to I was supposed to go to a retreat. I told my mom about the retreat. She went. I popped in like here and there, but I had to work. And that was 2-3 years ago, still in contact. And now I'm a part of the tribe, and
because
Yeah,
we were
these
supposed to
are,
go together. We were
yeah,
supposed to go together. So I went. I was like, I'm
beautiful
going.
people.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful people.
We
I
talking
just
about.
went to Costa Rica with them and did a
Yep.
yoga retreat with them. It was amazing. And
They are loving people.
yeah. And that just made me think of a lot of stuff has happened over the last 5 years, and you find yourself like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why am I in this position? I feel like all everything that has happened has put me like in this chair today,
Mm-hmm.
has led me to, meeting the tribe and you going to the resort and changing my life and being able to, having those experiences to help me be on my healing journey, because if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be who I am today or have the
Mm-hmm.
peace I have within myself. Even like the worst of the worst.
And it wasn't really forced, meaning you you knew them back then. When you met them, you felt the love,
Mhm.
but
I just
you
kept
had to
in
go
contact and
through.
I was watching and they were being themselves authentically and just kept showing up in the space. And
Mhm.
that's why it's important. Oh goodness. And people have been telling me, Quasia, you need to walk in your passion because some people are looking for you and they don't even know that they're looking for you. You need to put
Yes.
yourself out there and you could save somebody basically. So it's always good to show up and be yourself authentically, even if you just change one person's life. So they kept showing up and they were online and they were
You saved your mama. So you don't even want, she don't even want to acknowledge that. And I know it's more of the stuff we go through. And I like tell her like she's my hero because she put people in my life. She showed me one video and I watched all of Kareem's video and she put them in life, not to keep repeating them, but what she did was show me another side of healing, show me another side of this alternative world. And through that, my business came above. That's why I'm here on YouTube with you guys now, showing y'all, look, y'all, y'all better stop acting like this stuff don't work. Even though, it's like a hit or miss, meaning you think you fail, you're not failing. That's all a part of healing. It's all a part of healing. You heard my daughter. It's all a part of healing. So sometimes you'll start your journey and you do get burnt out. It all depends on how you handle the job, how you handle the time. Did you take vacation when you're supposed to? Did you really take that 15-minute break like you were supposed to, but you still working? You're like, oh, I'm gonna take my 15 minutes and send this email, and you still working. And you supposed to took your break because you need to disconnect and go sit in your car. Because I know that sometimes they thought I was crazy. I'll be sitting in my car and I'll just be doing nothing. But they don't realize that alone time is what you need. And I didn't realize I was actually like sitting there trying to meditate. And I
Yeah.
was like, I needed that.
People gonna look at you crazy when you start changing your life too. And I
Yes.
have to understand, like, even the people that I love and I still have connections with, and we talk every day and all of that, they might not understand it before because I'm such a people pleaser. I needed everybody to
Yes.
understand. I don't want to be misunderstood, and they have to agree. And I have to ask them,
Remember,
it's your,
wasn't like a trauma bonding or something, a trauma
mm-hmm.
something you showed me?
It's not their life. You have to figure out what works for you, and you have to make the decisions that works for you. So a lot of people, meditation, they think is, I don't know what they think it is, but if it works for you, do it. And have grace for yourself, because there's going to be times, like I told you, I still struggle. Before coming here, I was supposed to take my break. I said I was going to take a break, and then I find myself back at my computer. Instead of beating myself up, oh, here I go again on my cycle. Notice the cycle. Oh, I said I was going to take a break. You can either laugh it off and say, I'll try again tomorrow, or try again right there. But don't beat yourself up, because beating yourself up is basically you. So you need to sit with that inner child instead of beating up on that child. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So your inner child
I
needs
like
that
that.
love. So it's okay, that you did not take that break, and you're going to do better tomorrow. Like, what would you tell your best friend? What would you tell your child? You didn't take a break, that's horrible. No, it's all right, girl. You didn't take a break, but you're trying and you notice your cycle, and that's a good thing. A lot of people don't notice their cycles and what they're doing. So try again tomorrow, or if you want to, let's try again right now. Talk to you like you would talk to your best friend. That's one thing that I got from talk therapy that has stuck with me. When I start going through those cycles, I had the most negative voice
Mm.
ever. And I had a hard time like really separating from it and not listening to it. Those thoughts will come and you'll have that internal battle, but it's how you respond instead of sitting with it and dwelling on it and like, why do I keep talking? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just breaking the cycle, that voice will get smaller and smaller and smaller. And now I barely deal with it. And when I think about stuff, I'm like, why'd you say that to yourself? That's silly. All right. Anyways, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's just more of having grace for yourself. And when you find yourself in the cycles again, talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend or your sister or your mom or someone that
Mm-hmm.
you would love, and say that to yourself. And what would you tell them? And that's what you would tell yourself.
I love that. Because sometimes, y'all know how easy is a negative thought come and you sitting there. You sitting there
Mhm.
spiraling. You'll
Mhm.
just spiral. And
Yeah.
you don't need to do that. Like you could just drop it and be like, nope.
And
Because
even if you can't drop it, it's okay. It's
yeah,
okay. It's all right. You
yes.
don't have to be perfect. Just it's okay.
But like she said, realize what you did
Mm-hmm.
and try to just break that cycle.
Yeah.
And because it's so easy, I'm just saying, it's so easy to be down on ourselves and beat ourselves. We do it because it's easy. It's
Mm-hmm.
just stopping
It's not that
yourself.
it's easy; it's that what we know.
Oh yeah.
Even like the hard things, and the most toxic things that we know we shouldn't do, we
Hmm.
find comfort in that familiar.
Can you give an example?
So, oh, that's tough. I don't know. I find comfort in overworking and showing that and I just find comfort in overworking, but it's breaking me down. And I know I really don't want to do this, but I'm doing this because that's all I know. I don't know how to
Gotcha.
relax. I want to sit back and chill, but I literally just did not know how to do that. Um, so
That's
I
because
just
you got
kept
a mama that
going.
don't sit down
Yes, I
too. So
know.
you
Trust me, I know.
we'll clean the whole house and try
Yes,
to
I know.
do this.
Trust me, I know. You know, there's videos out there where we, it's trauma. Your parent walk in. Oh, you ain't got nothing to do. I'm over here sweep the floor. You better get up, go find something to do. So you find yourself busy. Oh, my mama come in. You hear that door open. Let me find something to do. And then you grow up to be 34, trying to learn how to relax. Trust
I'm
me.
I'm gonna tell you, I know I have two weighted blankets right now. One is 10 pounds and one is 20 pounds. So I need a weighted blanket to relax. I know you're like, well, dang, yes.
Oh, I can't do what they
I'm
like.
56 years old and I take the weighted blanket and I double it
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
me relax.
Find what works for you, because weighted blankets don't work for me.
Yeah.
So try things out and see what
Yes.
works. Don't force things. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
you got and it's great that you found that, because a lot of people don't know anything about weighted
My
blankets. But
therapist told me this.
yeah, it's good.
My therapist said, "You ever tried a weighted blanket?" I said, "Oh, who? I never even heard it." Now this weighted blanket is full of sand. It's sand. I'd be like, I be struggling. I used to struggle. Now I can pick both of them up like this. I just pull them up and lay them on my lap, and I'd be like, "Ooh," you'll feel like a taco. But I'm gonna tell you, for some reason, it just makes me sit still because I can't sit still. I mean, it forces you because you can't move. You can't just turn over. You be like, oh shoot, and it just makes you sit there. And I'll be like, oh, it feels good. Within like 5 minutes, I'm knocked out sleep.
Me,
I
on the
mean,
other
out.
hand, I feel like I can't breathe if I have something on me. I always gotta have one foot
It's like a whoopee.
sticking out. I don't. What the
Yeah,
heck is a whoopee?
you know, whoopee blanket. Like the kids be having a blanket that they're holding all the time. That weighted blanket feels like
I've never
my
heard of a whoopee.
you
I know
look
what you mean. I know what you
like
mean.
like my husband. But you know, I'm not. Well, my ex-husband used to put his leg on my leg, and I'd be like, "Ooh, that feel good." That's that weight. That's that weight. And I was like, "Man, I like that." And it just to be like smothered, and you in there, you like, "Ooh," you know, you all
That made me
hugged up.
think of too. A lot of people that are single and like you go through an isolation phase. Isolation phase is it's hard, but it's so worth it. I'm so glad I went through that period. But the lack of physical touch can be hard. So, and
Yes.
touch therapy is a thing. sometimes you just need to go book yourself a facial, or go book yourself to get your
The
nails and your feet
massage.
done, or book yourself a massage, book
Yes.
yourself certain things, because if you go a long time without that touch, you end up great. You need that, and you don't know why you're tense, you don't know why you're worked up or whatever, but you might need a hug. Go ask your best friend for a hug, and then you're like,
Yes.
oh, I really
And I
needed that. You
do.
know what I mean?
I
So
do.
yeah, that's important too. So that it reminded me of
Think about
the
that.
weighted blanket.
See?
It's definitely important. Oh, I learned that
Yeah,
from the
see, I'm
tribe,
learning.
because they were like, "When was the last time you had a hug?" I'm like, "Well, it's been
See?
a minute." And then also, I'm not like a hugging
No,
person,
she's not.
so when in my community, like when they hug you, it's a long like,
The 22nd,
and
right?
they want to breathe with you,
That
and I was just like, "Oh, this is we ain't done yet." I'm used to that. Hey, girl, you know what I mean?
that quick.
But
That quick.
really connecting and really
Mhm.
like breathing in, and knowing that they not hugging you just because or to show face. No, I'm really here with you, and I
Yes.
want you to connect with me and know that you are loved. And they're really translating that energy. So the breath and the love and that touch, and just knowing I got you. If this
Yeah.
is the only time of the day that you felt held and that you can drop your shoulders, this is it. So yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, I be dropping my shoulders in the shower. Yeah, I get that water laying. I be like, whoo, I don't know why it
Shower
energizes me.
meditation. Yeah.
Yeah, it just energizes me. I'm like, oh, I'm good now. Look, I have so much energy. I know they're like, just be, I don't know what it is, but I'm like high on life. You would think I was drunk or had something, but I be high on life. High. That's why the weighted blanket that put me still. That like like for babies, they put them in that swaddle. I think I need a big swallow. I know that's silly, but I mean, like,
FYI, they say you shouldn't be swallowing babies like that anymore. It can be a
too much.
choking hazard. That's why they make
Oh,
sleepers. They make sleepers.
oh, okay. But that's
Mhm.
good. See how we
Oh,
learn
and be
stuff.
careful with weighted blankets for kids, because
Oh
it
yeah,
can be weighted
too
blankets
much.
are good for kids, but you have to get the appropriate weight for the
Yes.
appropriate age. Because we had a child that needed a weighted blanket, but we had to make sure it was the right size and it's not too heavy where it can, suffocate them, or they can't move if they need to get up. So you got to get the right one.
Didn't I say the mouth of babes? I don't know she's not a baby, but she's my baby. She's my baby. And I be listening because she be teaching me. I told you, my hero. I know I'm getting on her nerves, but y'all got any other question? Any other question? Because look, it's already an hour and about 10 minutes, and we just wanted to do 30 minutes, but we loving it.
Yeah, because I was tired before I got on here. And, once we start flowing, I fed off your energy.
Mhm.
And we got 14 people in here right now.
Oh,
We did it a little
yes.
bit earlier. It's
Anybody,
nice
she says
that
she
y'all
will. Oh,
here.
yeah, see? Thank you. And look, Anita, you know how the kids are. Like, Ma, if you don't get off me. But look, she will always be my baby, regardless. Anybody, any other question? Any question before we get off? Before we get off, going once, going twice. We go.
Y'all might see us tomorrow. Maybe we'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Maybe I
If
don't
y'all put
know.
down in the
Y'all want to
comments,
see us tomorrow?
yeah. If you want to see us tomorrow, put a comment down.
Also, if you want to see us tomorrow, tell us what you want us to talk about, or
Yes.
if you have any suggestions, or even if you have any suggestions or pointers for my video, like my page, what y'all want to see, or what other people doing, what you find interesting, like whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because y'all know we can talk about poop, and you be like, I ain't talking about no poop.
Okay, Hawaii.
All right,
Aloha.
I know that's right.
Yes.
What? We got people from Hawaii. I know you having a good time. I wonder what
I
time it
wish
is
I was
over there.
there.
Who you
I wish I
telling?
was there,
Man.
Yeah. I'm still dreaming about Costa Rica. I went to Costa Rica at the beginning of the month. I'm
You
still
hear
talking
this?
about it like it was
You
yesterday.
hear this? You went to Costa Rica.
I almost booked a flight to go back because I'm off for a week. I learned how to surf. Like, when people ask me, so what are your hobbies? I surf. I was surfing one time. However, I was catching waves, and I legit feel comfortable renting a board and going out there to surf. And the crazy part is, here's the kicker. I don't know how to swim.
So y'all know, we was in a chat, me, my daughter, and my youngest daughter, Deidre, and I was like, "Oh, you learn how to swim?" And
Nah,
she was like, "No." I was like, "Wait a minute,
nah,
you out
sis.
there with the sharks?" I'm like,
I didn't go far out, so it's levels to it.
"It
You know what
don't
I
matter."
mean? But you know the waves, they be coming. I went under, I crashed, I burned, I was under the board. But the guy, he did such a great job with explaining what to do. He was like, if you fall, you know, this is what you want to do. He taught us everything. I feel
Same.
so confident without knowing how to swim. I feel confident going out there and surfing. Of course, you got to do your research as far as best time of the year, and also going to a beach that is beginner friendly. You're not going to be riding
Oh.
8-foot waves. But if they, you know, they got some baby ones, maybe 5, 4 or 5, you know, you could do it. But yes,
Somebody just said we need to do a retreat in Hawaii.
I'm for it. If y'all say y'all would come, I'll do it.
Cause look,
Shoot.
I already
Give
know
me a
I
couple
can
of months.
get
to
military
plan.
discount.
Man,
I already know I get the military discount.
I would come. I would definitely do that. If y'all say y'all would come, I would definitely do it.
Yeah.
I would. That is one. That's a dream of mine, to be able to do a fitness retreat,
Yes.
incorporating, you know, fun activities like surfing and yoga, and not just going hard in the gym, but just, you know, getting up, getting the blood going, eating some good food, having community, because that's important too. Just, you know,
Community. Yes.
having a community to be able to bounce and know that you're not alone. We struggle too. We are real, because yeah, you see us on a computer and you see that we real, but we're not. You know, we're not there. You can't touch us. You can't feel
Yes.
us, and we can't embrace you. But doing a retreat like that, doing some activities to like let go and have fun and let
Yes.
loose, and actually taking the time off to do something for yourself, it's a beautiful thing, and I would absolutely love to do it. It's just, you know, get in that community that actually wants to come to a Slayyourhealth
Yes.
and Very Wise Alternative retreat, and you know, putting those things together.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Believe me, we far about showing up and doing something in person, we would love to do it. Believe, don't think that we haven't been talking about that, but just to plan a place and set this and set that,
Making sure the
and
price is right, and all
right,
that for
and then
everybody.
where, location, location, time,
Yeah.
and then the funds, and everything's all funny right now with, you know, with all this, with, you know, what's going on in the world. But don't think that we wish if we could have something tomorrow, we would, honestly.
Yeah.
But she lives in Maryland. I'm in North Carolina. I know it's where to have it at. You know what I'm saying?
At the
It's
same
where to have it
time,
at.
At the same time, I'm about to travel. Like, I'm not.
See this?
I'm going to make time for it. I'm not about to wait until
Wait.
I'm 65, 70, and then I'm too tired to travel, or too this to travel, or just, you know what I mean? Like, why in the
And I
world
love
am I
that.
working so hard, stress, and
Yeah.
all these things to wait until later down the line to travel where I can't really experience it? Like, why not experience it now? So I'm definitely going to make time, and yeah, I'm going to make time. I still have to work. There's so many things I still have to do. We have those things, but we do have time where we can and take care of ourselves and have fun and
Yeah.
laugh. Yeah, it's
Oh
important.
yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now, if y'all don't have any other questions, we're gonna go ahead and end. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and end because we already almost an hour and 20, and there's no questions.
No questions.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Have grace with yourself. Do one better. And if you're stressed, you know, you hear people saying take it one day at a time. Even if you taking it one day at a time seem daunting, take it 1 hour at a time, take it 1 minute at a time, take it one meal at a time. You messed up lunch, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit better with dinner. Just grace, pace yourself, and when you do those small changes, they end up snowballing into a transformation. And if you do one better 1% every single day, you will find yourself in a different space in 3 months, 6 months. So you already know what will happen if you give up. If you don't start, nothing's going to happen. But if I do one every single day, it'll just be a little bit easier to get better every single day. And you stay committed for a month, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just imagine.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, I did a Spartan race in September. Previous to that, I was 25 pounds. And yes, 25 pounds is not a lot. However, a lot of people want to lose 25 pounds. And I was able to do that. And at first, I was just like, oh, how did I get here, and beat myself up? Nope. Do one better. What are you doing now? Do one better. So
Mm-hmm.
have grace, do one better, focus on you, slow and steady. I don't care about Speedy Gonzalez,
Mm-mm.
blinders on, take care of yourself and put yourself around people that love you. And if you can't find the people, curate your page and love on yourself, talk to
Yes.
yourself, write on your mirror, change your social media and the things that you're following and listening to. Get on YouTube and listen to the great things that are on
Yes.
there. And yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right, family. We love you. Slayyourhealth, Very Wise Alternatives. We really appreciate you guys for coming on.
Yes,
But
my first live. Whoop, whoop. Thank
we're
you
going
guys.
we're gonna say good night.
Good night.
Bye, fam.
Adios.